Tonight, 8 News is exposing a growing problem that no one seems to talk about: men who suffer from anorexia. Experts say they're seeing a growing number of males seeking out help. Tonight, meet a local man who nearly starved himself to death. His story sounds like it could come right out of the movies.
There's a little part of me inside just begging me to stop.
Matt Wetzel,
and I didn't know how.
Could be dead right now.
Things got bad for me quickly.
Every second for 2 years, he fought for his life.
The muscles around my heart were just in pain.
In a secret battle you'd never expect.
I didn't know how to get better or what I was going to do.
Visit any gym, anytime, and you'll find guys working out.
I try to get in here every day. I just want to be as fit as I can.
We want to be fit, healthy, and in shape, and look like this.
It's definitely a push to be in shape, to be, not overweight, to have muscles and all that stuff. I mean, you just see it everywhere in society.
While most of us don't take exercise to the extreme, some men do. And some develop eating disorders.
I kind of lost my appetite.
Like Matt.
I experienced a bit of a depressive episode for a variety of things that just happened all at once.
It started his senior year of high school.
I was feeling so bad that I kind of lost my appetite, which is not exactly a healthy response, but a common response to emotional difficulties.
What should have been a short bout with the blues turned into weeks of hardly eating anything.
Coworkers were complimenting the weight loss. Friends were expressing concern. They would ask the same question in 2 different ways. Have you lost weight? Or have you lost weight?
Matt graduated, hoping to leave anorexia behind. Instead, it followed him into college.
After a month or 2, I had eaten so little that when I tried to eat, it just hurt. My stomach had become so sensitive because I had starved myself for so long that it hurt not to eat, but it hurt more to eat.
Matt's depression grew as the amount he ate shrank. He tells me he became obsessed with food.
There's this overwhelming desire to lose weight and to see yourself lose weight.
When an individual loses too much weight, is they also lose too much weight in their brain.
Trish Wilkins is a nutrition therapist who counsels men with anorexia. It's estimated that 8 million Americans suffer from the eating disorder. 10% are male. I was surprised to learn that over the years, that number has grown.
Many males don't get help. They consider it a female illness, and they're ashamed to ask for help with it.
Wilkins tells me anorexia is more of a mental and feeling disorder than an eating disorder. Research shows the brain changes when it's starved, making it nearly impossible for the victim to realize they're not healthy.
The brain can shrink by 25%, and that then can make you very obsessive and compulsive. Anyone with anorexia is going to become depressed because of the brain changes.
Matt knew that depression all too well, and one autumn day, he hit rock bottom.
The hunger was so painful that I was almost in tears. I mean, I remember the exact moment that I knew that I couldn't do it anymore, and I didn't know how to get better or what I was going to do.
He was sitting in a night class, counting the seconds until he could eat something. Walking slowly home, he stumbled in the front door and went straight to his computer. He began to type, anorexia, help.
Probably got halfway through the word before my hands started shaking. I was so uncomfortable and upset and worried and just didn't know how to deal. And my eyes welled up with tears, and it was like the submission to it was complete, because the moment I actually tried to help myself, my body just shut down.
A friend happened to be online, and breaking years of silence, Matt confessed his problem and begged for help. The next day, he went to an eating disorder support group.
It was mostly women who were older, and I was this emaciated 19-year-old.
Matt says the therapy saved his life and led him to another group for young adults.
It took me a month to work up the courage to go over there, because just walking into a place and saying, I need help, is and admitting you have a problem to complete strangers. It's a very intimidating thing.
He went, afraid and nervous. As he entered the building, Matt asked a woman where the eating disorder group met.
She goes, I'll be right back. And she comes back a few minutes later. She goes, well, that group does meet here in about 15 minutes, but it's only for women. They had no idea what to do with me.
Matt wanted to disappear, but asked if he could attend. The women in the class agreed.
And I attended that group once a week like clockwork for over a year. And I am very fortunate that I found that group.
I found myself eating meals consistently alone.
Matt now advocates against eating disorder. He's testified on Capitol Hill, asking leaders to change laws.
It really worries me how many lost opportunities there are for people to get help, because insurance companies habitually deny coverage for eating disorders.
It's taken Matt almost 3 years to conquer anorexia. He's telling his story as a way to reach out to those who suffer.
It's never too late to look for help, to try and get help.
Matt knows he's fortunate to be alive and pledges to help others until eating disorders are no more.
Get help today, get help tomorrow, as soon as possible. Eating disorders are serious, they can kill you. They do kill people. And it doesn't have to be that way.
And just 2 days ago, Matt ran in the Richmond Half Marathon. This is him right at the starting line. He says he did it to raise awareness for eating disorders. He's actually founded the group Until Eating Disorders Are No More. You can find more information, including a link to his blog and help if you are suffering from anorexia, on our 8 News Facebook page. I'm Nate Eaton, 8 News.